All right, today I'm going to run you through real quick a tutorial on how to use the new Bill and Pay client portal. This will help all those opticians out there that run payments on behalf of patients to the lab for their patient portions or the whole job cost. What you're going to do is you're going to log into the browser of your choice, Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, and pull up the Encore Vision website, which is, of course, encorevisionusa.com up in your URL bar. Once you get to our homepage, you're going to navigate to the customer portal. You may already have this bookmarked, but I'm going to go ahead and click in here. Now, this should look familiar with all of our accounts. You, of course, have your downloads and information down the center. You'll still have access to the kind of old way of processing payments through the Pay My Bill button. If you were to click that, it would take you to the login page where you would put in all your login credentials and you could see outstanding statements, but you have to uncheck all those before making a payment. So it's definitely a little bit slower to do it this way, but it still is available to those who wish to use the old Bill and Pay. But the new way is once you get to the regular customer portal, you're going to navigate to the lower left-hand corner here to the client login and type in just the first four digits, the numerical ones of your account number. So leave off any sort of hyphen or letter at the end. You're just going to hit those first four. And I'm going to use 1020 as our test account down here. And you're going to use your mouse to hit submit. It's going to be prompted by a password prompt. And here you're going to use the same password you would use for job status and your other Bill and Pay accounts. I'm going to put in ours, hit enter. And it's now I'm going to zoom out a little here. It's going to log us into your own client portal, customer portal page. You'll see at the top here your account name in orange. It just says Encore Vision test page here on mine, but it'll say your facility name at the upper portion there. And what this does is it opens two new sections. Right now we have the frame price guide in the right-hand corner to help facilitate opticians looking up the costs of frames without having to pull up like a separate PDF. Let me show you that actually right now. I'm going to block out portion of this while I click on the link because these prices might be out of date by the time this video goes up. But here you'll see all the different frames, eye sizes, frame material, colors available, and prices on the right hand side. You also have access, there's two tabs. You'll also have access to the branded frame information. We're going to try and keep this up to date so you know any sort of discontinuations because we have no control over Guess, Marcolin, Luxottica type products. They come and go. So when I clicked on that eyeglass frame, it just opened a new tab up here. So we can just close out of this tab and it should take us right back to that client portal again, looking for that orange header at the top to know you're logged in. So let me take this black bar off. There we go. So now the main thing I want to show you is the payment shortcuts. That's what's new. That's what's going to save you a lot of time running patient portions and any sort of patient payments. So I have three kind of test accounts here just to kind of show you what you might see in your own. Sometimes our accounts will have an additional like diabetes program. They might even have another tribe's account because they have tribal members coming in from other tribes that have benefits. So there may be upwards of like 5 accounts here to select from. Right now, we're just going to hop into almost what all accounts have is a self-pay account. And when we click this, it's going to bypass all that login that you would normally do with Bill and Pay and have to unselect pre-existing like statements. It'll take you straight in to that additional payment field and payment no field. So blazes past all those other things. It'll take you straight into your self-pay, your PRC, whatever account it may be. You're going to have to select right here, and it'll take you straight into it. You don't have to log into it anymore. So let's get back into this tab here. So I'm going to run through a test payment. If this is the first time you're seeing this, this should be very familiar with our current accounts after this point, but I'm just going to do a $1 amount in that additional payment field. You can either use your mouse or tab on your keyboard to get to payment notes. And what we always ask our accounts to do is put in the patient name, because that will sometimes differ from the credit card holder name. A lot of parents out there paying for their kids, they won't have the same name. So please put in the patient name in the payment notes field. And I'm just going to do a fake John Doe in the payment notes field here and hit continue. You'll now be presented with two radio buttons. Let's zoom in a little bit. Checking our savings account or credit. Almost all of our accounts are using the credit function. We're going to hit continue. And I'm going to zoom back out because I'm going to do a test payment with my company credit card. So I'm going to block out this portion and start typing in my credit card credentials. Now, going through these fields, please note you can pretty much use the keyboard, not even have to type use your mouse to go navigate through any of these fields. You can use tab to navigate through them. I'm going to put in Encore Vision's address. Usually all you need in this field, by the way, to save yourself time is the numbers of your, so in the case of this credit card, I don't have to put North Market Street Suite B. You can leave all that off and just process it with the numbers of the patient's address. So I'm like, if it's P.O. Box 55, all you'd have to do is P.O. Box 55, or put the 55 in that field. Now I'm gonna put the zip code in and hit continue. This is where it'll come to the email confirmation. Now, if you're going to print these out for patients, you could have this sent to your email. But later on, we're going to have a confirmation that the payment cleared. So you don't even have to have this emailed at all. You could also have the patient's email in there and have them send a receipt directly to the patient. In this case, right now, I'm going to hit do not send payment confirmation email because I'm going to do it like we were going to print it for the patient. You'll see here shortly. I'm going to hit confirm. I'm going to charge the company card $1. Test this out. Remember that amount would be the total job cost or the amount that the patient has to pay for the job. So at this point, and why I didn't want to necessarily have it sent to my email, a copy of the receipt, is that I can just view it right now from this hyperlink in the top portion. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. So we can just click view a printable receipt and get a copy of it with the confirmation code. It'll say Encore Vision at the top. That way, again, remind the patient that it's not going to have the facility name on their credit card statement. It's going to have the lab, Encore Vision, on their credit card statement. So warn them that it's not fraud. It's being run by Encore Vision. So at this point, you could hit just Control P on your keyboard and print a copy off for the patient. In this case, it's print to PDF, but once you do that, it actually opened another tab here in the upper portion. We can just close out of that. And in fact, we can close out of this entire tab and be right back to the client login page where we can just, if we have another payment to make, we can go right back into self-pay and do it all over again without having to log in. And makes it especially quick if you need to switch accounts and jump into like a diabetes, PRC, elder account and make payments on different ones. You don't have to log in anymore. It'll take you straight in to make the payment. So that's it for today, showing you the new client portal. Of course, as always, call Encore Vision or email us, and we are happy to go through this again or explain any sort of problems you might have. Have a great day.